Right now, somewhere in your pocket, your phone is buzzing. You already know you're going to check it. You always do. But the real answer for why is far stranger than notifications or apps or addictive design. It starts 2 million years ago. Picture your ancestor crouched at the edge of a grassland. Something rustles in the tall grass. He doesn't know if it's food or a predator. His brain doesn't know either. So it does the one thing that kept your entire lineage alive long enough to produce you. It demands he check. That checking reflex is not a personality flaw. It's not weakness. It's hardware. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran an experiment with pigeons that accidentally explained your relationship with your phone. He built a box that delivered food pellets on a random schedule instead of a fixed one. Pigeons on this random schedule pecked far more often and far more consistently than pigeons who got a reward every single time they pecked. The unpredictability was the addictive part. Certainty bored them. Uncertainty enslaved them. Your notification screen runs on the exact same schedule. You don't know if it's a message, a like, or nothing at all. Your brain doesn't check because it wants the reward. It checks because it can't stand not knowing. Why would evolution build a brain that hates not knowing? Because for most of human history, not knowing could kill you. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky spent decades studying dopamine, and one of his clearest findings flips the popular story on its head. Dopamine doesn't spike when you get the reward. It spikes in anticipation of it, right in that gap between the rustle in the grass and the reveal of what caused it. That gap is where your brain lives. That gap is where it feels most alive. Your ancestors who lingered in that gap, who paid attention to the uncertain rustle instead of ignoring it, survived the leopard hiding behind it. The ones who shrugged it off didn't get a second chance to pass on their genes. So the trait spread. Generation after generation, the itch to resolve uncertainty got wired deeper into what a human brain is. Now, hold that thought and look at your phone again. It is a machine built to generate an endless stream of tiny, resolvable uncertainties. Who texted, what they said, whether the post got liked. None of it carries the stakes of a leopard in the grass. But your dopamine system was never built to tell the difference between a predator and a push notification. It just recognizes the shape of unresolved information, and it pulls. There's a second layer to this, and it's even older than the checking reflex. Humans are, biologically, an intensely social species. Anthropologist Dunbar has spent his career studying how social bonding shaped the human brain, and one of his central arguments is that our oversized brains evolved largely to track relationships. Who's trustworthy? Who's angry with whom? Who might help you and who might betray you? In small hunter-gatherer bands, missing a shift in the social landscape could cost you an ally. It could cost you a meal. In some environments, it could cost you your life. So the brain didn't just evolve to notice danger in the grass. It evolved to obsessively monitor the social temperature of the group around it. Your phone hijacks that system too. Every message is a tiny piece of social information. Every like is a signal about your standing in the group. Every unanswered text is an unresolved thread in a social bond your ancestors would have needed to track carefully to survive. You're not weak for caring what a screen says about your social world. You're running software that kept humans alive in bands of 30 people. Except now that software is being pinged by thousands of people at once, all day, every day. No ancient brain was built for that volume. Think about what a single day looked like 80,000 years ago. A handful of faces, a handful of relationships, a handful of uncertain rustles in the grass, spaced out over hours. That was the entire diet of uncertainty and social information your brain evolved to process. Now think about your last hour. Dozens of notifications, dozens of tiny social signals, dozens of unresolved threads, all firing the same ancient checking reflex, one after another, with no space in between for the system to reset. It's not that your willpower is broken. It's that a system built for scarcity is being fed a fire hose. There's a strange twist here that most people never notice. The behavior that feels most modern about you, that instinctive twitch toward your phone in a silent moment, is actually the oldest part of you. It's older than language, older than agriculture, older than cities. It's the same circuitry that once kept a small, vulnerable primate alive on an open plain, full of things that wanted to eat him. You are not addicted to your phone. You are inhabited by an ancient survival system that has nothing else left to serve you.